Well, high taxes and the Democrats' Green New Scam are on the ballot in New Jersey, where the governor's race has tightened up. Residents have been slammed by sky-high electric bills, up 22% from last summer. Republican Jack Ciattarelli has been hammering his opponent, Mikey Sherrill, on that issue. But guess which quality of life topic actually earns Ciattarelli the biggest applause?
It's quite clear she doesn't know a damn thing about running the city of New Jersey. There's nothing she won't blame on the president. Does the president have anything to do with our property taxes? Does he have anything to do with our electricity bills?
It's this one. And the best part of my energy master plan, at the supermarket, you can have back your plastic bags.
You know, people may laugh, but Dana, these niche issues matter. I remember one of our best-selling products at the Trump campaign when I was there was plastic straws. Like, people love this.
Plastic straws and also dishwashers, the water pressure on showers. And I remember in 2015, I think, like late 2015, when President Trump did a town hall, one of the things he said was, this country has become too politically correct. And that was just a gigantic applause line. And so, yes, I think these things can matter because the plastic bag is representative of everything else. The electricity bills are high, but there's a reason for that. They didn't just all of a sudden get high. It's because the Democrats in the state hiked up the bills, and Mikey Sherrill's answer to that has been, well, I'll just freeze it for a year. Wait, you're just going to freeze it for a year at the highest levels? Without another plan? Like, what else are you going to do? Jack Ciattarelli actually has an all-of-the-above energy plan. He takes some knocks for not being willing to put windmills off the coast of New Jersey, but maybe that's because he cares about the whales, Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, Harold, to the point Dana just made, Jack Ciattarelli says, why would we freeze energy prices at the highest level? We want them back to where they were before.
Look, the only thing I like about this part of our show and talking about this, at least these people are talking about issues. I do think some of them are smaller than they should be, but voters want to know how you're going to make their lives better. And I never heard a debate quite like what we're having here about if you're going to freeze at the highest level or you're going to sue them like Shapiro's doing. Because Governor Shapiro in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is doing that. I remember when campaigns ended on, we're going to create better paying jobs. We're going to make sure we're going to embrace the good of it and ensure that it doesn't displace you. We're going to improve our schools. We're going to make sure we get the homeless off the street and we're going to deal with the mentally ill. We're talking about now plastic bags. And I get it. I understand. I mean, I like plastic straws also. But at the end of the day, as we look 5, 10, 15 years down the road, where is it that we want to be? And being able to you don't use straws when you sip Sprites or Diet Cokes like I do, but people want that if that's what they want. But this is not. Our campaign's got to get bigger. If we're going to be patriotic again and people are going to think the American dream is within reach, it's not because they can use a plastic straw at Starbucks or Chipotle. They want to know how their lives are going to be made better. So at least we're off to a little bit more of a start than some of the
I mean, I don't know, Greg, walking down the street with that paper bag and all your groceries fall out everywhere. It's not ideal.
That is so embarrassing.
I've seen his bag of groceries fall out, too, so I can only imagine.
You hold it, Harold. I cannot vote for somebody named Mickey.
Mikey.
I just can't. I mean,
like
what's she, a
Life cereal?
12-year-old boy? It's just it's ridiculous. Look, I'm going to say something that's going to be shocking, but energy is power.
Let me write that down.
And what held us back was, as an opportunity cost, was the trillions and trillions of dollars wasted on a fraudulent climate agenda. Trump called global warming fake news. It was blunt, but he saw how fraudulent the climate models was. He knew it was BS because he has experience reading data. He was speaking after looking at the numbers. Now you're seeing this whole issue kind of like evaporate. The Chicken Littles from Gore to Pippi Longstocking has disappeared. Gates is all in on nuclear, and you brought up AI, and this is where you're going to need to. The bigger story is they need to modernize the grid. They're going to have to, and you're going to need a mix of sources that include advanced nuclear power, and I think that's going to happen. This is where, and also you have to streamline permits so you can build new energy places. What are they called?
Power plants?
Thank you, Dana. Thank you. And these data centers are going to take a lot of power. So my point is, Democrats can no longer be children about energy. Adults only should apply to this arena. We can't have Al Gore, we can't have Leo DiCaprio, we cannot have Greta talking about this stuff anymore because they led us down a really destructive path. We need to focus on, this is the future for us. is how much is energy. The country with the most energy wins, and this stuff is going to be really expensive until we start embracing nuclear, which we have basically shunned for decades because we were lied to.
And Jack
Republicans
Ciattarelli,
are just as guilty of shunning it, nuclear as Democrats.
Jack Ciattarelli has
dare
said,
you.
day one executive order, get rid of the carbon tax. Jesse.
Yeah, so the Democrats are saying stuff's expensive. They've been in charge for a decade in New Jersey. They've run the legislature for 2 decades. They're saying, oh, taxes are too high. Okay, with the 6th highest income tax, 2nd highest property tax, they've been running the state forever. And they shut down power plants. They shut down nukes. They shut down coal. Anytime you want to try to put a pipeline, natural gas through New Jersey, they block it. They spent billions on windmills that don't work, and now they're like, oh, stuff's expensive. Get out of here. This woman, Mickey, Mikey, I don't care what you call her. Call her the white Kamala Harris. They asked her what she wants to do on day one, and she was like, the dumbest woman I've seen of all time.
Yeah,
And I've seen a lot of dumb women.
She was asked her number one priority that she'd want from the federal government. She said, a block grant. I'm like, really? That's the best you can come up with? Give me money. All right, up next, political violence is on the ballot in Virginia.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.